वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं। वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे।
Bap Dada's dearest, nearest soul, original jewel of Baba's Yajna, Dada Chandrahas. As far as I know, in the Yajna, at present, we have only 4 brothers who had been in the Yajna from the beginning. Dada Chandrahas, Dada Anand Kishore, Dada Vishwarathan and Arjun Bai. Dada Arjun. And Dada Chandrahas has been very, very, very close to Sakar Baba. You will know that from his own experience. All that I would like to say is he is the one who has all the treasures. All the versions that Shiv Baba has spoken through Brahma recorded. And he has been doing that for many, many years. And so the right person to talk about the value, the importance of Baba's jewels is Dada Chandrahas. And so today we have the privilege to have him with us. So first we will hear from him what he has to say about his experience, and after that we can have some questions and answers. So I welcome Dada on behalf of all of you. Om Shanti. I'm not sure whether Dada Chandrahas is going to speak in Hindi or English. We will wait and see.
I will speak in English, but sometimes I may not pronounce properly, so excuse me. Because since from 60 years I have lived this study, and I might not find some words from Hindi to English, so sister will help me in that. So it is my fortune that I came in Yajna from the very beginning, because Baba's home was quite near to my maternal parents. So when I went over my maternal parents, I also used to visit Baba's home. So when Baba started this home only, from the very beginning, I was attracted to Baba's knowledge because it was quite simple and loving. At that time I was a small child of only 10 or 11 years old, studying in higher secondary school. But in those days it was British rule, so English was taught very nicely. That's why I can speak in some English until now. So Baba's knowledge at that time was especially on virtues. You have to be pure, celibate, viceless, and virtuous. And it was a very nice thing. And the power of Shiva Baba was such that whatever Baba used to say, it was stamped on our hearts, and we began to follow it, whatever it may be. Though our parents opposed us in many ways, it is a long history, I won't go into that because time is short. But many struggles came, obstacles they put. They even locked me also and prevented me from going to Baba's satsang. But once we have got this magic of knowledge, magic of divine knowledge, he can't remain without that. So when I used to go, they also began to beat me, thrash me, not to go there. I'll tell you a little example. That one day they thrashed me very severely. I was thinking what to do. So in the dream, Baba came. I went to his lap. Baba said, "Child, they are beating you. All right, I am telling you one trick. Do that and they won't touch you after that." In the dream, I don't go into visions like sisters, but in the dream Baba told me some trick and I followed that. What was that? In the morning, I wrote a letter, but I have acted as if I am hiding from them. But I also saw that they may see me, I am writing something. So I write a letter and kept it in my clothes. They took it out and laid the letter. The letter was written to the collector. I wrote to the collector that they are beating me and I have danger of my life. If anything happens, you will be responsible. They were so frightened. I only acted it to frighten them. And after that they didn't touch me. They were afraid that if this letter would have reached the collector, police would have come and arrest us. So from that day, that was the trick Baba told me. Only to frighten them. So, you know, Baba loved small children very much, very much. And after that, when I freed myself from these bondages, Lokic bondages, and came into Yajna in Karachi, from that on, it was my luck that I remained quite near to Baba. You know to whom we have to follow. You see, when you go in other colleges, in the examination, you are not allowed to copy anything. You can't copy to one another. But here, we have to copy to whom? Our most beloved Baba. We have to follow him. So it was my privilege to near to Baba and see him how he was practicing yoga and becoming karmati. In those days, when we were in Karachi, there also Baba used to teach us how to give this knowledge to others also. Baba especially used to train small children. They thought that small children, if they will go and preach, they will be more attractive, because the small children used to give such a knowledge, it will be a novelty. So Baba taught me to go whenever some sannyasis come over in the city. I used to go and listen their discourses. And after discourse I would approach Swamiji and ask him, Swamiji, you are very nicely preaching us, but I have few questions. Can you give me some time? He thinks that he is very good boy. He will be my follower. So he will say, all right, you come in the evening. And then Baba would teach me what questions you will ask to him. So I used to ask him, you said that Krishna came into Dwapar. Then what did he do? There must be Satyuga after Dwapar, because he finished the Iron Age. People like that. When I used to ask, they had no answer of these questions. So they, oh, are you from Om Mandali? No, without Om Mandali people, nobody can ask such questions. And that way Baba used to teach us everything. And when we came over here, when there was Pakistan, we came over here. There in Karachi, Baba used to practice us for yoga. You have to be karmati because now time is not long. So day and night we used to meditate and practice yoga. That is called, you have heard, we were 14 years in Bhatti. We don't even meet any outsiders. Though some brothers had to go into city for purchasing and all that work also. But really we were in Bhatti. That experience was very wonderful. How we have to be karmati, how we have to be, while acting, be bodiless souls. Baba used to send some sisters in trance also. They used to show us how that golden age will be, how we deities will act there, how we will. The main thing was Baba used to say that when you have to be such deities, you must fill these virtues over here. Because this is the conference, you have only small period when you have to collect these jewels. This is real wealth which will go on for not only 21 generations, for half Kalpa, but also in Dwapar and Kali Yuga also. So this is the little time for you. And we see that this little period, how it goes on. Baba used to give us example. Suppose you go to America for earning, you get limited time visa for 2 years or 6 months or 3 years. In those days, when our relatives were going out for earning in foreign countries, they used to get 3 years visa. In 3 years, you have to collect the money, and you know that we have to take it to our homes. We have not spent there. We go on spending in America. For example, it is very costly. If we go in restaurants and all this, all money will be finished. What will we get back to our home? Similarly, Baba used to say, you think you are in foreign country. You are here in Sangam Yuga. It is not your country. You are for a very little period over here. In that little period, you have to collect these jewels. You have to earn this. So, Baba used to practice us that don't waste any time, but keep on practicing this yoga and knowledge. And knowledge Baba used to give very simply. Baba used to say, this knowledge is not such a big thing. And with love and efficiency, Baba used to teach us. And Baba also used to take examination also on how we think, how we practice. Baba gave sometimes essays also. As you see these pictures, picture of tree, you have seen Baba first in Murli. Baba explained how this Kalpa tree begins. In the beginning there is only DT dynasty, and from DT how day by day after Dwapar Yuga so many religions come. So Baba gave this work to us to draw a tree and show there how these branches start. So Vishwanathan brother, he was good in painting. He drew that picture and Baba corrected it and make it perfect. Which tree you see today in history hall also. At that time Baba asked me, how is it? Are you satisfied? I said, only one defect is there. Baba said, one defect? What is it? This tree doesn't show repetition. After Kali Yuga, after the end, again Satyuga comes, this tree doesn't show that. Baba said, all right, tell me how it should be seen. So I draw this round drama. I said, in this way, we can show that how this world history repeats. And Baba liked it very much. Though it was corrected in the beginning, it was a little rough way, but it was such an idea. Baba said, oh, very nice. You can improve your intellect. In that way, Baba used to give us, what to say?
Enthusiasm.
जैसे दिलाते हैं ना, उमंग दिलाते हैं, उल्लास दिलाते हैं.
Give enthusiasm, encourage them.
Encouraging. And that's why Baba gave me this name Chandrahas. It was given by Sakar Baba. It is not my original name.
What is your original?
My original name is something else.
What is it? What is the original name?
Original name, my birth name is Madhav. Madhav means Madhu, honey. And Madhav is also a name of Sri Krishna. Baba, why gave me this name Chandra? There is a small story in Shastras about that. It is a short, in short I will tell you that there was a king who had one son only. His name was Chandrahas. They were very happy. But all of a sudden, neighboring king attacked that king. And in the fight, that king was killed. And he conquered Chandra's kingdom. So when king was coming to the kingdom, the there was one ashram of rishis. They thought when king will come, he will kill the prince. So they took the prince, small boy, to their ashram and kept him there with their own dress as a sadhu, sannyasi. So when king came in the kingdom, he gave feast and called our sadhus also in the conquering function. So when they were taking food, that boy was sitting near to the king. The sadhu were looking and they laughed. King said, "Why are you laughing?" They said that, "His Majesty, we see that this boy will be on your throne.
Successor, your successor.
He will succeed your throne." King was very angry. This a beggar boy will take my throne, and my son will not take. How it be? So he thought many ways to kill that boy. So he tried very much, but in the end, his son was killed, but that boy was remained. And in the end, he came to the throne, according to sannyasis' versions. So Baba used to say that I am also Bhrigu Rishi. I see you children's luck. Each of you have to be a king and queen, prince and princesses.
Bhrigu Rishi, Dada is talking about Bhrigu Rishi means
fortune teller. So how happy Baba is when he sees that each of my child is a prince and princess. So Baba used to give some example that suppose there is a father who doesn't eat properly, wear torn clothes, but make his boys, children study higher and higher, and when they get upper position, even from his father's upper position, how father is happy that I have made my children perfect. Similarly, Shiv Baba comes in this torn clothes, old body, and make you higher than myself. I don't rule in Satyuga, but you each children rule the Satyuga kingdom. So how happy I am. That way Baba used to teach us lovingly. And Baba was in every way. In Karachi we had plenty. Yet Baba used to show us that one day you eat all kinds of foods, and one day you eat only jano doda. Kya kahenge?
it means buttermilk and millet rotis. Only millet rotis and buttermilk. And one day you can eat 108 all types of food, and another day you may get only buttermilk to drink and millet roti.
So that at the time you may get many things, and at the time you may get nothing, but you must be the same. That stage must be yours. That everything must be equal to you. You must not be up and down. Your stage must not be up and down, whatever it may be. Because you remember one thing Baba used to say, you see, when you have any pain, you take a tablet, and tablet is round, mostly. Baba gave you which tablet? Drama. Whenever you feel some pain, take that. Oh, everything is according to drama, and all pain will go away. And one morning Baba said, you know, Baba has opened the biggest hospital nobody can have. Here there is naturopathy, means nature cure. Baba cures the nature of you souls. He transforms our natures. We have so many natures, some have something, some have something. But make it pure and cure. Cure from 5 vices. Isn't it? And also that nature, 5 elements, they are also sick. So they are giving you trouble. Sometimes earthquake, sometimes droughts, sometimes floods, sometimes this, sometimes that. What is it? Because these 5 elements are also sick. Baba cures them also. How do you find such a hospital where everything is cured? And Baba gave you allopathy. What is Baba's allopathy? Remember Allah. That is allopathy. And homopathy, remember your sweet home. That is homopathy. You see Baba's big hospital. We are all in the hospital being cured for 21 generations. For half a kalp, we won't feel any trouble. Baba cures our souls, our body, nature, everything. In that way, Baba gave us jewels. When we came over here, Baba used to send all these sisters and brothers also on service. In those days, we were unknown to the world. Baba used to teach us how to serve. I gave you example in the beginning how this service is started. We used to go an invitation from our relatives to come and visit us. Suppose one time my elder brother was in Calcutta. He invited me to come. I went over there. Nirmal Shanta Dadi also went there. Now how to begin the service? Sometimes we take our sisters to some merchants. They thought that some orphan institution has come to take some funds, donations. So they will say, oh please excuse us, this is our business time. Come some other time. We say, we haven't come to take anything. We have come to give you something. So he seems to be a big, good customer. All right, wait, sit down. And we used to give them this. Do you know your father? He is the Almighty God in that way. Or sometimes we used to go into the garden and open this chart, Dramatram, and tree. And sisters used to begin to explain me. So the people coming in the garden, they see what he is speaking. They would stand and listen. Oh brother, sit down, it is a very nice knowledge. So they would sit and listen. So she will explain to me, but for them. And that way, day by day, this service began. In the beginning, we had very difficulty. People didn't like to listen that, but how to make them take interest in that ways we used to begin this knowledge, and it was all taught by our most beloved Baba.
अब बाबा के साथ का मालिश का रहने का वो अनुभव जैसे कैसे बाबा को मालिश करते थे बाबा के साथ वो स्टोरी से अच्छा
Sister says to tell them something.
Some stories of being very close to Sakar Baba.
I had my luck to massage dearest Baba. So at the time of massage, I was alone with Baba. So I used to speak to him very freely and frequently like my father, own father. Sometimes, suppose I am massaging Baba, Baba will say, "Oh, be quick. I have to meet so many brothers, children have come. Why do you come into body? This is not your body. This is Baba's body. Let me massage it." How powerful this body is. He takes double swari, double lighters, Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. Both ride on this horse. How powerful this horse is. It must be massaged very nicely. Baba laughed. That now children are giving me knowledge. Why do you be body conscious? Be soul conscious. This is not your body. Sometimes I would. One day Baba spoke Sikilade. You have heard Meete Meete Sikilade Bache.
Long lost, but now
Long lost. So when that Baba in that day, Baba I was massaging Baba. I said, "Baba, we are long lost or you are long lost?" Up in soul world you are seeing that we children where we are going from Dabur Yuga to Kali Yuga, and now also you know where they are. Some are in America, some are in England, some are in Australia, some are in New Zealand. You are seeing all, you know everybody, and you are catching their ears and putting them, and they are coming day by day. They are coming. You know us. But we don't know you. We were crying for you. Oh God, from Dabur Yuga. Baba said, "Yes, you were ringing the bells in the temple. You go into the temple, they ring the bells very loudly, as if God is sleeping. You want to awaken." And now Baba is ringing the bell and children are awakening day by day. So Baba, you are most loving, long lost Father. We have lost you. You have not lost us. You know, you are seeing everybody. So we are not lost to you, but you are lost by us. That's why we said, "Oh, God is everywhere. Everybody is God." Because we couldn't find you. What to do? We said, "All right, everybody is God." So we have got you. So you are most beloved to us. Isn't it? Long lost Father we have found. So in that way I used to chit-chat with Baba at that time of massage. Sometimes I would say, "Baba, tell me, who is the biggest worshipper in this world?" Baba said, I. Because I began worshipping Shiv Baba. In Dwapar Yuga, first of all, I made the temple. You know the history. I said, no, Baba, you made only Shivlinga of jewel. But I am, and put a little loti of water on that Shivlinga. But now, at this time, Shiv Baba himself is in this body. I am putting hot water bucket on it. Because I used to give bath to Baba. So Shiv Baba is here, sitting himself. Almighty Baba is here, and I am giving him bath. So I am the most biggest worshipper than you. Baba used to laugh, oh dear child. So that way, many churches were there. And it was my privilege to record the tapes of Baba. In those tapes, Baba used to give such a nice. Sometimes Baba said, you children are my most beloved children, most valuable children. And you know valuable things are kept in where? In safe. So I have kept all of you in safe. And take you safely to the new world. If you think that Baba is always upon us, like umbrella, you will never feel sorrow. Baba used to say, when you come over here, you come in the mind of jewels. But here some come and take these jewels. Some come and take, suppose here when they came in the beginning, Baba used to ask each one, whoever came when he was leaving, Baba will tell him, sit here on the sandali and tell me what you are taking and what you have left. Like in customs, they watch you, what you are taking away and what you have left over here. So here also Baba asks you what you have taken. Oh, very happy. Some say we have got very much love over here. Some say we have got very good food over here. Some say we have got so much efficiency. Baba said, but how many jewels you have taken? So we have to collect the jewels of knowledge, jewels of virtues. Baba used to ask that. And what have you left? What Baba takes from you? What is useless for you? All bad habits, bad sanskaras, leave it over here. And take good virtues and jewels with you. So Baba used to say, when you go dancing. But there, when you come in the contact of the world, day by day, why this happiness disappears? It must be with you. It must remain with you. When you ever think that it is little less, come again and fill. This is the only little Sangam Yuga where you children get such a loving nourishment, sustained. yoga will not go on for years and years. No. This is for a limited period. So, collect as much as you can. Sometimes Baba said that you have no value of this knowledge and yoga. But that is so much powerful that it will attract the world. When Baba used to speak here in Madhuban, there were only few children. Baba used to speak in such a way as if Baba is speaking before millions of children. And Baba used to say, I am not speaking only to you few children, but before me all my children are there. I see them where they are, and I am sending them my power to attract them. And day by day they will come, and now we see how they are. Our old Baba's children, they are coming and coming and coming and coming. So Baba used to teach us how to value this Sangam Yoga. Most valuable each hour, each minute of this Sangam Yoga is for earning this happiness. Baba said, you may be up to the end, you may be on deathbed, yet you are earning. Because as much you remember Baba, you are sending your pure vibrations. Through these vibrations you are serving the world. You may not speak, but your vibrations, pure vibrations, yogic vibrations are purifying this universe. So on deathbed also you are serving the world.
I want to ask two very important questions to Chandrahas Dada, because that might be interesting to all of you. Baba used to give murlis in the morning. Shiv Baba used to come in the body of Sakar Baba. There used to be morning murlis. But during those days there was also night class. And Dadi Janki was telling the other day that Dada was telling Dadi that it's very hard to get night classes. We can collect the morning Murli class. So what was Dada's experience? Morning Murli and the night. When Baba used to speak, what was the feeling?
Daily you listen the Murlis. They are all days Murlis. I used to write those Murlis in those days also. There were 3 or 4 children. Ishuban, myself and 1 or 2 sisters. They used to write all the Murli in shorthand and again fair it and print it. And also after when the tape recorders came, I used to tape that. And the morning Murli and night Murli. You get morning Murlis, but you never heard night Murlis. What was night Murlis? Because they were not written or printed.
But what?
At night time, Baba and Mama used to meet us children very closely and ask us, how are you? Tell us these news of services which are going all around. There are some exhibitions, some centers are opening, so homely class. And in that homely class, Baba used to tell us also news of the world, news of the enchant, and news of these services, what they are doing. And on that, what should be done, how pictures must be built for exhibitions, and who must go there, who must come there. And in the end, Baba asked, all the children, are you all happy? Do you want any salvation? And in the end asked, anybody has given any dukh dena
Given anyone any sorrow? Anybody has given any sorrow?
Anybody has hurt anybody? Anybody's feelings has been hurt by him? Please tell me. If you will tell me, half that punishment will finish. Or anybody has seen anybody hurting to other? He may tell that also. So in that way, Baba used to ask us, if anybody needed something, he will give that salvation also at that time. We were nourished like princes and princesses in Baba's hands. So lovingly and so efficiently, and most of the thing I saw in Baba, Nirmarta, selflessness. He will speak to even, I was given the charge of building also. You see in Madhuban buildings, Baba taught me. I am not an engineer. I came as a small child, you know. But Baba taught me how to make these buildings, and Baba used to ask me to live in each room and see if there is any difficulty, so that my children, when they will come, they feel they are at home. They don't get any difficulty. So I used to live in each room and see that everything is all right. That much Baba was thinking for you children. So much love Baba has said that if they come, they feel as if they are in their own home. Baba's home is their own home. And they live very comfortably. And that's why I was called by these laborers Babuji. So Baba used to call me also Babuji. Say, Baba, I am your small child. Why do you call me Babuji? I am not your no child. You are at the post of Babuji, so I will also call you Babuji. And that was Nirmarta. Selflessness. Baba will come and speak to these laborers also. Oh child, how is that child? Like that. To these laborers also. And they were so loving. This is Baba's, our Baba. He was Baba of all, Father of all. So he is called great grandfather.
And also, we would like to know, Dada was the person who heard the last Murli, the 18th January, 1969.
68.
68? No, 69.
69.
1969, the last night, and it's been recorded also. So what was Dada's feeling on that day listening to the Murli? You know, how did he feel and how he saw Baba as, because he had the first-hand information, means he was faced in
that Murli has been copied and you can get that Murli. But that Murli was most, how do I tell you? In that Murli, Baba, in each word, meete, sweet. So many times Baba has said, in that Murli you will listen. Through efficiency and love, Baba, in that Murli, Baba said how much Baba loves you children. Some of you may not love me that much, how much I love you. Usually it is said that love begets love. If you love me, I love you. Sweet. But here some children are such that I love them very much, but they doesn't recognize me and doesn't love me. Because they don't remember me. What is the proof of love? Whatever loving thing is to you, it will be always in your memory. Suppose you love your child, every time that child's face will come before you. You can't forget him. Similarly, if you children love me, you must not forget me. And also, one thing more I want to tell you. One day, Mama was taking class. So, one child asked, Mama, how did you came, Mama? How did you come, Mama?
How did you become Mama?
Mama said, I have not become Mama, but you have made me Mama. How? Because I always see that all are looking at me. So I must not do anything which may pinch them that Mama is not doing this right. So that thought makes me perfect. If you think that everybody is looking at you, you will act perfectly. So, when I think that everybody is looking at me, whatever I will do, they will follow me. So, I must not do anything such that wrong act that they may follow me also. So that thought has made me Mama. Do you follow? Similarly, Baba used to say that I am great grandfather. Right? You are my children. Then what you are? You are great grandfather. And whoever will see you, they will follow you. Isn't it? Newcomers, they will follow old ones. So if you think that they will follow us, so I must not do anything wrong so that they may follow me. So you are also think that I am also Baba is great grandfather. I am great grandfather. And those who will come after me, they will be grandfather. That way progeny starts. So if you think that everybody is looking at me, Baba and Banmuli said that you are in a showcase. All the world is looking at you. If you think that, nothing wrong will be happened by you.
Also, can Dada tell us what was his experience during the beggary part here? When Yagya was going through that part.
I told you in Karachi, there was plenty, yet Baba used to practice us that whatever time they come, you may get nothing. So you must be in the same stage. And that paper came in here when we came in the beginning. There was beggary part. We didn't feel anything because Baba had given us that practice previously. And here we said, I thought, that about faith. Baba is before us. And we see whatever Baba eats, he feeds us. Nothing special was made for Baba, though he was such an old man. Physically, you see, old people must need some nourishment, isn't it? That though there was bakery part, yet you look at the face of Baba, nobody always happy. Because Baba says, you children are Baba's children. He is responsible to feed us. And we know he will feed us anyway. And really, there was not a single time when we were not fed. Sometimes Baba was so happy and bodiless that we also sometimes thinking, so many children are here. How will this go on? But Baba don't think. Baba is there. So don't worry, children, everything is right. And I tell you, I also tell others that was a Shiv Baba's trick. If that bakery part would have not come, nobody has gone out for service. Nobody has left Baba, so sweet Baba. We spend such a long time with Baba. How can we leave Baba and go for service outside? So this was Shiv Baba's trick. How to send the children on services that we didn't go there, you were not here. We all children were here with Baba, enjoying. But this bakery part made us to think and go out for service. And in that way, on account of that, the service began spreading, and you, brothers and sisters, recognized Baba. You got the message of Baba on account of that. This was only a small exam for us, so that who wanted some luxurious life, they left, and who were faith in Baba and Sarvatyagi, complete renounce, that stood with Baba and went out for service.
Anybody would like to ask any question to Dada? Yes.
When did the first Murlis start coming, which were written, and when was the first recording, tape recording?
Tape records came in 1963. So they were started recording from 1963 to 1969.
First Murli?
Written.
First Murli that began from Karachi.
सबसे चालू किया रे, right?
वो तो कराची से ही चालू होती थी. From the very beginning, from Karachi also.
Right.
हाँ, but we didn't keep that records. Karachi, Pakistan's Murlis were left over there. We only began this keeping the stocks.
1952?
1952, but in those days, there were no service stations, so we only write and read over here. They were not kept records. I think from 1960, we used to keep the files of these Murlis.
Yes, Eddie?
Dada, could you tell the story, please, how there was no money left in the Bandara and one day check arrived, and Baba had the faith all the time that this check would arrive in the mail.
That was the story he was sharing just now about the beggary part. that was the beggary part.
वो कहते कि नहीं बाबा भंडारे में कुछ भी पैसा नहीं था, फिर अचानक वो चेक आया, फिर मैंने कहा वही तो बात कर रहे थे.
I tell you, that is my experience. In those days I was in Bombay. And here, Russian was coming by fortnightly.
It's during those days in India, they used to give food grains and through ration, and so you get only limited ration according to the names of the people.
And within 15 days you have to purchase those rations. If you don't purchase, you won't get it. So here we were out on service. I was in Bombay. One night, it was Saturday, their vibration came as if Baba is, not Baba, but some touching is coming, that in Yajna there is something tight position. In the morning, I met other sisters also. I said, I am thinking there is some tight position, we must change something. So we collected 500 rupees, and that was Henley. How to send them? I put them in ordinary post, in express delivery, and put it in that main post office, and requested Shiv Baba that please let it be received safely. And that was, Monday was the last day when we had to purchase that, otherwise ration will not be taken. So Buri Dadi was on that post to purchase that ration. She went to Baba on Sunday that, Baba, we have to purchase. All right, don't worry, Baba baitha hai. And Monday in the morning, she went with that child, Baba baitha hai. And at 12 o'clock, that post arrived.
So you
And
understand the background of the story now? I think this I did not know also. Who sent that money?
this is touching. Baba's touching. Because Shiv Baba is our guardian. So he never, this is only a small exam for the children to see their faith. They have faith in Baba.
Yes, you want to ask something? Yeah. Stand up, stand up.
How was your first experience of that of Baba after leaving Sakar Baba?
कि आप इतने समय साकार बाबा के साथ रहे, तो फर्स्ट अव्यक्त बाप दादा आए तो आपका क्या अनुभव रहा? साकार बाबा के साथ इतना दिन बीत गया,
अभी वो एवरी हाँ तो ये फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस वो तो फिर अव्यक्त बाबा अव्यक्त बाबा came at that time with अव्यक्त Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba souls also came, and he told us his experience, last time's experience when he left his body, and also Shiv Baba introduced and give us all the. So we were astonished that how this part is changing.
और आपको बाबा ने क्या कहा? सभी से मिले ना पर्सनल बाबा, अव्यक्त बाबा फर्स्ट टाइम आए थे,
याद नहीं आ
क्या अनुभव क्या रहा आपका?
अनुभव तो यही रहा कि यानी अव्यक्त बाप दादा अभी हमको डायरेक्शन दे रहे हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, अभी इसी की पालना में चलना है। वैसे हम साकार बाबा के पास तो घड़ी घड़ी जाते थे, अभी ये थोड़ा ऑफिशियल हो गया। साकार Baba was quite free at any time and every time we can speak to him. And Avyakta Baba we can't go to him every time and any time. No, Avyakta Baba is official, and day by day you see children are growing and Baba is meeting only through drishti.
Anybody else? Any question? Yes. And I'm sure Dada must be receiving letters also from Sakar Baba. Huh?
Yes, certainly.
So, can you just share one of the letters? Whatever letters you remember. What did Baba used to call you? How Baba used to write letters?
When we were on service, Baba used to write us directions, and Baba's letters were very big late hand writing. Anybody can't read it, even Sindhi also. We were only few children, we could read Baba's writings. So I was in the post also sometime with Ishu. So Ishu used to tell Baba the post which has come, and Baba used to give answer. And I wrote upon that letter, Hindi or English or Sindhi, whatever the reader will understand in my handwriting, so that he can read it, what Baba has said.
So that means that he was translating Baba's handwriting. So how fortunate. Only a few souls could read Baba's writing, and Dada was one of them. And if you would have seen letters, there used to be Sindhi, Hindi, and on the top of it sometimes English. And that used to be written either by him or by Ishuben.
Ishuben are some 3 or 4 sisters were there which could read these letters, Baba's writings.
Baba knows Hindi.
बाबा को हिंदी आता था?
Writing scripture. He used to write Hindi.
हिंदी आती थी बाबा को?
नहीं, बाबा हिंदी नहीं आती थी, बाबा वो इंग्लिश और सिंधी.
Baba used to speak English and Sindhi and not Hindi.
Baba was in the business in Calcutta. So he used to speak to foreigners. I will tell you one laughing story if you have time.
Yeah, we have. You want to hear a laughing story?
Yes. Baba used to tell us his experiences in business also. So Baba used to say, when I used to go to open the shop of jewelry, I used to say, Subhu ka sai bera banilai, yani God of the morning, give me such a customer who should be thick with his pockets, but empty from his brain, so that he may not argue or say bargain. And in those days, there were no planes. Ships were coming, tourist ships were coming, and at night they come and in the morning they go. So government asked the shopkeepers to open the shops at night also. So at night we used to open the shop. And when American passengers come, they come with big pockets. And they were free to spend, so they have no bargain. So we were waiting for those. And what we do, some old carpets, some old clothes, we keep them and say, oh, this is the old of Akbar king's days, this carpet. How much? 5,000 pounds. And they give 5,000 bucks and take that torn old carpet which you might throw away. But because it is King Akbar's days, so it is so antique. So Baba used to give this example. Now see this. Shiv Baba comes from Paramdham, most richest. He gives heaven. Kingdom of heaven, you children. He is such a big customer. He gives you heaven, and what he takes? Old troll, your habits. So he is a big passenger, American passenger, coming from Paramdham.
Not London passenger? Not London passenger? South African passenger? Yeah.
So how sweet Baba is, how much he gives and what he takes. Our whole worthless things which has given us trouble. He takes all the troubles of his children and gives happiness, sweetness, loves. Such a lovely Baba we have got.
After Baba left the body and the Avyakta started, what's the experience of learning to take sustenance from Baba, the sacrifice of Baba?
वरना सूक्ष्म में अव्यक्त बाबा से पालना लेने का तरीका आपने क्या यूज किया? साकार बाबा अव्यक्त होने के बाद अव्यक्त पालना कैसे?
Now we feel that Baba is always with us. That is the feeling we have got over here. He may not be physically with us, but He is always with us. He is touching us. He is not with us also, but throughout the world, wherever His children are, He is with them also. In the beginning, He was in only physical body, it was limited. Now He is unlimited, touching to all His children, looking after all the children throughout the world. That is my feeling. And He is always with us, guiding us. We are not doing anything. All these services, who is doing that?
Awake Baba.
On behalf of all of you, we take this opportunity to thank Dada very much. Because Dada is very, very busy because, he has been instrument for so many construction all around. Actually, Panda Bhavan, Gyan Vigyan Bhavan, Sukadam, Kunj Bhavan, name it. All these constructions, he has been responsible. Even though without being an engineer, Baba has trained to be a contractor for the whole Baba's construction work. And he's the one, I think, Baba had given directions before he became Avyakt, directions for the teachers training section in front of the Tower of Peace. And so, even though he has been so busy, it was nice of him to spare this valuable time. And I'm sure whatever we have heard this morning, we will continue to cherish those experiences and make a part of our life.